Yeah, there was that one puke pod.
That was a good
It was
pod.
a good
Puke pod?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're like, you're getting a call. I'm like, how do they know I was here? Is that better? Anyways, babies with glasses. You know what I mean? Like, but
You
what
think
if-
they're faking?
Yeah.
You never thought it was real?
Yeah, you know,
They're
that's
doing
really
it for
like a Stevie
attention.
This
Wonder.
kid's trying to be smart.
They're Stevie
Exactly.
Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that, Stevie Wonder? Where do you stand?
I would love to live in a world where he can see,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's true.
Yeah.
I think that like when you're like blind, that like all the because I've been in these rabbit holes on the internet, and I've like watched the YouTube videos. It's like, where did he know where the podium was?
Sure.
And I'm like, blind people like figure out how to operate
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is so true. It's more likely that he has some real world type like daredevil skill of like sonar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bat.
Like he has bat skills
Yeah.
rather
A
than
form of that, probably.
rather than him faking his blindness.
Yeah. Because that would be
Yeah.
a bit.
And no
big
one
con.
getting good enough evidence for the whole time he's been alive.
It's true.
Like, you'd have to be such a good fake to fake it for that long.
Yeah,
That's
or
true.
like you'd have to either be a really good fake, or more likely there would be people in your life that know,
Yeah.
and like you have to really make sure you don't piss those
Yeah.
people off because they'll write a book.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
of
the few
course.
people that know about Tupac still being alive.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
really trust those guys.
where is he? Is he in South America? Somewhere?
No,
I totally believe it.
I think he's living in New Hampshire or
Oh, New
something.
Hampshire.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. I think I saw him at Lake Winnipesaukee.
Oh yeah, we thought we saw what's that guy? God, I'm not gonna remember his name now. Something Cheese, Richard Cheese. Is that a comic?
Richard Cheese, the guy who
The
Richard
guy,
Cheese is a guy who
greasy hair.
He sings lounge songs.
Yeah,
that are to the tune
Yes.
of. He sings like, "Get down with the
Yeah,
sickness."
yeah.
That's
We
like
thought
him.
we saw him yesterday.
Wow,
at
I don't know what he
Ambush.
looks like.
And he
At
said he
Ambush?
does comedy from time to time, but I don't think it was him. But he talked like that. He brought his girlfriend in, and they were like the funniest couple that I've ever heard.
Oh my God,
He also sounded
Mrs.
like
Cheese?
you know Alon Elion.
Yeah, of course.
How he does Spenny,
Yeah,
the
it sounded
character.
like
He
Spenny.
sounded like Spenny.
Oh my
He
God.
acted like Spenny.
And he's at a pizza place. His last name's Cheese. I mean, what
Yeah.
are we doing?
Yeah.
This is Richard Cheese. You saw Richard Cheese.
Yeah.
A mythical figure. Wow. And he was just coming to support comedy.
I guess,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Incredible.
Welcome
Well-
to Worthless Clowns.
Have we begun?
Oh, we began
We
a
must
while
have.
ago. We probably began before Babies with Glasses.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because you guys briefed me on that, and I'm still like, I'm just like, and I'm guessing we'll begin any minute.
Yeah.
These ladies really want to keep talking about babies in class.
We do this because every time they're like 3, 2, 1, go. Me and
Yeah.
Brittany are like,
Oh, hi.
welcome
We
to
can just
Worthless
never
Clowns,
get
I
through
guess.
that, so
Yeah.
we're like, let's just make it easy on ourselves.
Yeah.
Totally. I get
Let's just
that.
do a warm up during the pod instead
Yeah.
of before the pod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in the early
Yeah.
episodes, it sounds like somebody's like Brittany's in a hostage video, like
It
introing
does.
our pod.
Yeah.
She's like, "Welcome to Worthless Clowns."
Hey,
Blink twice.
my name's Brittany Cardwell. I'm not supposed to say that. I don't have to say that. You don't- yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that when there's the over formal. To that I don't feel that at all. You guys have completely shed that.
Oh,
skin.
Good.
That's
good.
gone. I
don't
felt-
sound
We're doing a
like-
little breakdown on the pod now.
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude!
Here
Some
we go.
inside baseball.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is what people want.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Welcome to the pod.
Thank you.
Worthless Clowns is a podcast about how stupid we all are. I'm
Yeah.
Brittany Cardwell. My Instagram is at Britonis Cardwell.
and I'm Ali O'Neill. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Ali O'Neill, and follow the pod on Instagram at Worthless Clowns.
Yeah.
And follow our YouTube channel, and we got a special guest today.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you've seen him on Comedy Central. Everybody give it up for Luke Mones.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm psyched to be here. This is very cool. Very I like the color, the red. It's sort of red hue,
You
Himalayan
don't have to
salt.
say that. We don't do any of this.
All right, I'm sorry. I've been staring at that salt lamp. I kind of want it, and as long as
You're a
it's not
salt lamp
yours,
guy?
I'm a big salt lamp guy. I think I might steal that.
What are they
salt lamp.
supposed to do again? Just energy or something?
Yeah, that's not my department. I don't know what they do. I
You just like orange.
Yeah, I like orange. I told you I'm here for the hue and for the podcast. But over here, I'm here. I'm liking the hue. I'm liking the plants that don't need a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just saw a guy chasing someone down the street with a stick,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Is that
I mean,
correct?
I'm crossing the street. I see you turning the corner, and then in front of this building, there's a guy with a big metal stick chasing another guy, like the Looney Tunes. And I'm like, what is going on? What am I about to walk into? And it's like that another classic like New York image: one guy chasing another guy with a stick, and two, the big open fire hydrant.
Yeah. That is always open outside of here.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Like,
Every time.
Like every few times I'm here, it's open.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You think they'd run out of water by now?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The aquifer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you miss the weird stuff you see in New York? Because you live in LA now.
Yeah, I do. But then there's also, I think sometimes, I mean, there's weird and bad stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never really, but I do miss the energy of New York. But I used to live right by here for like 5 years, and I went to the Crunch, like down
I'm familiar.
Flushing, and one time a lady got beheaded outside the Crunch.
While you were there?
No,
Oh,
it was like
man.
the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
Was there a
well,
big
yeah.
announcement before the beheading too? Like they did the whole time?
Before, not
They had
after.
people-
Like they knew it was coming.
She would have. I hope she would have heard
Like
the
they're
officials
trying
before.
to. Yeah.
She had no notice. No, it was it's a terrible. But this is we're such sick comedians are such sick people. We're talking about
big
someone
time.
getting their head cut off, and we're like, well, what happened?
That's the
I
fucking
know
thing,
immediately.
dude. In New York, crime has like a certain whimsy to it.
Yeah.
Like there's
100%.
almost nothing that's like too sad.
Oh man,
True.
there were oh my God, I didn't tell you this. Was this last night? There were gunshots on the street as I was walking to my apartment.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been that close to it, and I heard it going off, and then I saw these like a bunch of kids down the street.
Yeah.
And they all started running.
Oh shit.
Oh,
And then the
shit,
people
yeah.
next to me started running, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then the kids who were like possibly involved started running down my street, and I didn't know if they were running away from it or not. I can't believe I forgot to tell you this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is insane.
This is like the biggest thing. This would be the biggest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, and then they were like running on my sidewalk, and I was like, if they are involved, I don't want to be on the same side of the sidewalk
Yeah.
as them
Yeah,
in
yeah,
case
yeah.
someone's coming up
yeah,
or whatever. So then I just ran in the street
Yeah.
to my apartment.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know if this is smart or not, because
I
I'm
feel like it
also
is.
now alone.
No, I think you made the
Maybe,
right
yeah.
decision.
It's like the most well lit part of that you could run in. I think it's good.
Yeah.
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 I feel like I honestly don't know, and don't quote me, but I do feel like I've heard that you're supposed to run in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah.
As
Really?
I'm saying that, I'm like, I don't know if that's true at all. But I have kind of a memory of someone telling me when they got mugged, they ran down the middle of the street.
Mm.
Well, yeah, because it's like more visible.
And if a car comes, I guess they can help you. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
That's it.
going
Maybe
on?
that's what I'm thinking.
Or
Yeah.
maybe just getting hit by a car is like better than getting
Yeah.
mugged.
Right. Like, find a bus.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Crawl
know.
under
Yeah,
it.
because then it's not your fault or anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
and you might get a little money out of it, honestly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude!
yeah,
If it's a
true.
fucking if it's a fucking NYC bus,
Yeah.
hell yeah,
Oh,
brother.
yeah. Big time.
Get a cool 2 mil.
Wait, tell us about this lady who got her head chopped off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was just a thing of like, I saw it on the news
Mhm.
and I looked at the address of the apartment where it happened. And I was like, oh, that's the Crunch.
Wow.
Or like, that's across from the
Yeah,
Crunch.
yeah.
More like the slice.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm leaving, guys. I'm getting out of here. I'm sorry.
This
That's
was over
fucked
a
up.
year ago. We can laugh about it.
Oh, it was
right?
many years ago.
Oh, yeah, so-
They put her head back on. I'm joking. Oh man,
She's all Frankenstein for the casket.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah.
Are we gonna get some bad comments this time? We're gonna
I
get
mean,
our
who
first
knows?
bad
Dude,
comments.
Dude, people listen to true crime.
It
Okay,
is,
this is
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
People like
But they don't listen to people going, oh, I bet you roll
there-
down the street.
there are true crime podcasts like that.
Like
so
that?
Okay.
yeah, big time.
And never
dude.
mind.
It's just like white ladies being like, "Oh my god,
They're
can
just so
you believe?"
desensitized to the idea of death and murder.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
they hear every story. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just another one. I
And
guess.
I am too. I mean, we see. I feel
Mm.
like I've seen so much terrible shit on accident on the internet.
Mm.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
We
Mhm.
talk about this on this podcast all the time, where it's
Yeah.
like when we were growing up, the internet was the Wild West. So
Totally.
you could just watch like a ISIS beheading video on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Totally.
Have you seen
I
any
saw
of those?
so much
I never saw
crazy
any.
shit. You saw Mr. Hands?
But I remember people were watching them.
Is Mr. Hands the horse one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I grew up right near there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
You're
you
like,
grew up
I
in
knew the guy.
Washington?
I grew up in Oregon.
Oregon. Oh, I'm from Washington.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, like Olympia area.
Oh,
kinda.
cool. Yeah, I'm from Portland.
Oh, cool.
So when
My
Mr.
parents
Hands
are from Eugene.
Are they?
Cottage Grove. You know
oh my
Cottage
God.
Grove?
I know Cottage Grove.
Oh, it's a tiny little town.
Yeah. My aunt used to live in Eugene.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why did you talk about Cottage Grove like that? You're like, it's a tiny little
It's a tiny
town.
little
Like the way I told
town.
her, like she's my wife.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
about
you
it
did do
later.
that.
I know.
Where else you go? Yeah, I'll tell you all about Cottage Grove.
Wait, so you remember hearing a lot about Mr. Hands then?
Yeah, among many other sort of things.
Yeah.
And Mr. Hands, I always thought, honestly, I thought Mr. Hands was like a local thing. But then, I
No.
moved to New York and
Yeah.
everybody's talking about Mr. Hands. I got off the plane. A guy came up and shook my hand. He was like, you're from the Pacific Northwest. You know about the guy who.
You mean the home place of Mr. Hands?
But did he? I actually don't know if I've seen Mr. Hands, but
You don't have
I
to.
know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did he die?
Oh,
He
yeah,
did die.
Mm.
But he didn't die in the video that was recorded. He died later from getting fucked in the ass by a different horse at a different time.
It's kind of like Grizzly Man, where
Yeah.
but he did.
He didn't fuck the bear.
No.
He didn't fuck the bear, but he did die later than the footage. The
yeah.
audio of him
I thought
dying.
he died in the audio, yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's never been like released.
Right.
No,
that
no,
was the
no.
whole thing. Was the Werner Herzog was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
destroy this footage, never let anyone.
But he
see
listened to it on camera for the documentary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Wait, so we didn't hear it, but he heard it. That's right.
Yeah, we watched
We
him
only see his
react
reaction.
to
Yeah.
like listening to
Man,
it.
that's crazy how it makes you think you have heard it. I feel like I've heard it.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I feel like you can imagine
And I
it.
feel like I've seen Mr. Hands.
Yeah.
I've told you this. I've imagined it so many times. I'm like, I have seen it.
But also it's because I talk about it constantly.
you
I
bring it
ask
up a
every
lot.
guest who comes on if they've seen Mr.
Question
Hands.
number one.
Okay, so first segment, we're going to ask you about Mr. Hands.
Yeah, I know.
we should make a documentary where I watch Mr. Hands like Werner Herzog watches the Grizzly Man video. I go, never let anyone see this video. It's a man having sex with a horse. Destroy it for your family. Destroy it. You guys are like,
Yeah.
I
Man,
don't
there
know.
was this true crime podcast one of my friends had me listen to. I can't remember which one it was, but I just got reminded of this. She put it on when we were sleeping for some reason. And there was a part of the pod where somebody was being murdered and it was like they were being hit, I think, across like ice, like a hockey rink.
Whoa.
There was something and it was just
And it was like real
and it was
audio
just
of it?
real audio and it played for what felt like forever. And we're trying to sleep. I think we were maybe drunk and high too. So I think it was like especially
I love that you played it for
disturbing.
you sleeping like someone plays classical music for a baby.
Yeah.
In the womb. Like listening to a man die. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
really
fucking
terrible.
terrible,
Yeah.
dude.
What kind of friend is this?
I don't know. I think maybe she fell asleep when that part came
Oh,
on,
okay.
and maybe I was like high, and so I was a little paralyzed or something.
Totally. I
Ugh.
mean,
Yeah, that
Ugh.
sounds awful.
It was.
it's no good.
Yeah.
No good.
Anyway,
Anyway,
get back to
check out
Mr.
Mr.
Hands.
Hands.
wait, what other videos on the internet did you see that were like all fucked up and shit?
I mean,
Did you see the one with the jar that goes in the guy's ass?
Mm.
I feel like I know way
I
too
don't know
much
that
about
one.
all of this.
You know way more than I do.
Maybe. I don't think I've seen the jar in the ass. Was there a name for that?
I think
Jar
Jar
squatter.
squatter.
Thanks,
behind
Maxim.
behind the curtain. Long
Maxim called
distance.
out jar squatter.
First thing
Oh,
he said
so he
all
puts
pod-
it on the ground and sits on it?
Yeah, and then
I
it
don't
breaks.
know.
I
And
mean,
then
that makes sense.
No,
like,
I
logistically.
can tell you guys.
Okay.
And then it,
Yeah.
right, Maxim, it breaks inside his asshole.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Fuck. I
Yeah.
just remember being in middle school and someone on the library computer pulling up Pain Olympics.
Yeah, the
Oh,
guys.
you mentioned this before.
I've
yeah.
talked about Pain Olympics before on this pod.
I mean, that was, I mean, it's so fucked up because it's like, oh, I guess that is trauma technically because I remember everything about that
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I remember
It
that
is.
computer. I remember like where I was standing and I
Yeah.
remember like walking out like it's, World War II and like,
Yeah, I know.
afterwards. So
Yeah.
it's not
That's
good.
why all millennials are like in therapy and shit.
Totally.
All these
yeah.
kids nowadays, they didn't even see the Pain Olympics and they think that they have anxiety.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Just
it's
because
so
they
true.
know about 9/11.
Yeah.
We
They don't
saw
even
it.
remember
We
it.
saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's true. Like, I mean, maybe like if you're Gen Z or younger, like TikTok is kind of censored.
Oh yeah,
And
TikTok,
Instagram is
YouTube,
censored.
Yeah.
Instagram, fucking everything is like
Yeah.
mad censored.
And they do the stuff in universities too now where they'll be like, hey, trigger warning, you're gonna read a book that has some content that has some sex in it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just said that in the weirdest way.
that
but
has
you know
some
what I'm saying?
sex in it or whatever.
Content with sex in it.
Yeah, professor who really doesn't want to get into the
Yeah.
sexual. So there's a little sex or whatever.
In the content, if you use too many words, then
Right.
it like kind of it kind of masks everything.
Oh,
you know?
totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just extend it out, and then
Yeah.
it's like it's not there.
But sometimes I think the warning itself could make people think it's worse than it is. And then because you're
Definitely.
primed that way, you're like, oh my God, this thing's going to affect me, you know?
100%.
But also, I think that the warnings are for people who already know that they're sensitive to those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not
True.
for like.
They're
not for people who are
yeah.
just figuring out that they can't hear about.
They're not for
like-
people like us who are like, he got beheaded.
I mean, we are
Fine
not.
with it.
Yeah. And it's also fucked up that like when we were all laughing about it, I felt like safe and at home.
I felt more safe.
Because I was like, I'm imagining myself like at a restaurant, like talking about this, and everyone being like, "You need to leave." You know? and then I'm like, "A lady come back," and you guys like, "Come on in, we have a salt lamp or whatever." You know, it's really,
It's such a weird fucking thing, dude.
It is weird.
God.
yeah, we're
Ugh.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
I
pretty
know.
fucked up.
It's
But
all right.
similarly to that, I'll probably take this out. But every time I go on a first date, I always drop the R word.
Mm.
And if they laugh, then I go on a second date.
Wow,
And if they don't laugh, I don't see them again.
wow, and that's sort of a test for you about like their limits on their language.
Not even just language, but it's like, if you are going to laugh at the R word, then we're going to get along. Like, I grew up in Boston, so it's like, you know, I fucking use it all the time. And not in like a way that's like bad, but
Sure, I believe it's on the state flag.
yeah. And also like, I can use that word. I can't read, okay? I went to community college, all right? I can say that word. It's our word.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got a stupid story for us?
Or do you,
Oh, yeah.
Well, before that, do you have anything you do on a date to like
Oh,
weed people
yeah.
out?
Well,
I don't think that I
I've been in a relationship for a long time, and so now if we go on a date, it's mostly about if I'm testing her out. Gosh, no, I don't know. I feel like we know all the bells and whistles at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe like I'll float something to her, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like we sit at the ends of a really long wooden table, you know,
Yeah.
we just kind of cut our food.
And you
That
talk to
sounds
each other
great.
on the phone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, on a
Big
big
high
fancy
back chairs.
phone. Yeah.
The only thing you talk about are like groceries you need when they're leaving the house.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
love that stage of a relationship.
I know. Isn't it so fun being
Yeah.
in love for a long time?
Yeah. Well, I think once you reach the I mean, now we're really getting into some stuff here, but once I feel again very safe. Once you reach like the pimple popping
Oh, yeah.
stage, the
Oh,
sort of like
dude.
the chimpanzee
Yeah, yeah.
grooming stage,
Yeah.
then I think all bets are off, and you're in a place of like ultimate comfort where it's
Yeah.
like you're excited about popping pimples and you're
Yeah.
excited about blackheads.
You're
Yeah.
excited about things wrong with them for
Definitely.
you to deal with. Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll just be
Definitely.
standing and my girlfriend will be like, "Oh my god," and then she'll like run over and like
Hey,
squeeze
is that
some.
a pimple?
Yeah,
She runs
she'll-
up.
Yeah, literally.
Don't move.
They're like,
Like it's
I'm-
a fly that's gonna go away. She's like, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, like she's undoing a bomb or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the SWAT team. She's like, "I'm turning all the lights on. Be very still." Yeah, so that's what
nice.
it's like. A couple
Yeah.
years in.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all about the pimples.
Pretty sick, dude.
Yeah. Should we get to the story?
Yeah, you got a stupid story for
Oh
us?
yeah. So I've been thinking a lot about this because I feel like there's just infinite options.
Mhm.
And I think what I'm going to settle on is can it be a story that's happened multiple times?
Yeah.
Because I-
yeah,
Whatever
there's
you
like
want.
very loose.
Okay.
You could say whatever you want.
I would say 3 or 4 times in the last 3 years, I have accidentally said "love you" getting out of an Uber.
I almost do that in so many situations.
Yeah. I did it recently. I did it like a
Wait.
month ago.
Hold on. Okay, hanging up the phone, I get because you
Yeah, I
like
know.
talk to your
I
parents.
know.
I've almost done Uber before. It's like
But like getting out of a
I
car.
know. I
been
don't
at
know
the
if there's an
surface of my
excuse.
mind.
I haven't had
Is
somebody who I love drive me around
Yeah.
since I was maybe
Yeah.
8 years old. So maybe it's just not like muscle
Yeah.
memory for me like it is you guys.
Yeah, you were dropped off at school.
Yeah, no. I was raised by wolves, dude, all right?
Does it happen because like I've had this feeling before? If there are too many goodbyes,
That's exactly
it kind of feels like the next thing is you have to go the next level or something.
It's the next escalation. of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's this thing of like, a lot of goodbyes and maybe like one too many thank yous
Yeah.
on accident, and then all of a sudden something just fires off and you go, you're gonna say I love you, and then I'm just like, love you, oh fuck. And, then, and a lot of times it's like when I would say two of them have been like standing and bending into the car, which is like, that's even worse.
That's even worse, yeah.
I did it, I came back.
That's like a romantic goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I wanted to say love you.
I know. I hate it when I get out of an Uber and I try to kiss him.
Knocking on the window.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate when I get out of the Uber and then I hand him a poem I just wrote. I scribbled it on the window.
You tell him to roll the window down and you're like, sorry.
Yeah.
You're walking away and then you do the Titanic swipe across the front of their car. And then you just point to them and you're like, get it.
And you're like, sorry, that was for somebody else.
Oh my God. I draw a heart in my fog on the.
Yeah. I've almost had the same thing happen with my boss. We'll just be in a
God.
call. She's great. We
On
like
Zoom?
get along really. We're on a Zoom.
Do you love
and
her?
we're just saying goodbye a lot. I like her. But it just feels she's also
like her.
Yeah, she's like from she lives in London. I think she might be from there. I think she's British. Anyway, there's like lots of politeness. There are too many like goodbyes and
Sure.
like
Yeah.
Cheerio then. All right then.
Yeah.
Hello. That's at the beginning.
It's like ciao. You can say it at any time.
Yeah.
True. Or shalom.
Yeah. That's a good one.
What if you said that? I actually say shalom to my boss.
And only her. I don't know why. I'm not even Jewish.
Shalom.
She just gives off vibes.
Oh wow. So you've said it to her, or you've almost
No,
said it?
I've been really close though.
Wow, I wonder what that is.
Wait, did you ever actually say love you to an Uber, or did you catch it beforehand every time?
Oh no, this is like 4 times of like
that you've
legit
actually
love
said
you. Yeah,
love
yeah,
Oh,
you.
yeah.
you've done it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you got to.
What did
You got
think-
to the point.
What do you think I was
No,
talking
I'm
about?
glad you did it.
Yeah.
Well, that would be the worst
Yeah.
story of all time if I was like,
Almost
you know
did it.
what I almost did.
You know what thoughts I had
Yeah.
sometimes?
No, I did it. This is real work. We're dealing with real life here.
Wait, how did they react?
I got strikes against my fucking Uber rating. No,
Really?
I don't. But that
Imagine.
part's not real. Yeah.
They're like 3 stars, a little gay.
Yeah, you were overly intimate with the driver.
Yeah.
No, I don't really remember because I was in such a daze. A couple of times I feel like they didn't hear, and then the time that I feel like the guy did hear, it was like
It happens all the time.
yeah. He was like the Han Solo in Empire Strikes Back. He was like, I know.
know.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then he gets lowered into the thing.
Yeah.
Wow. There's my Uber driver frozen in.
Oh my God.
But also, I mean, you've been in a long-term relationship for a while, so
Right.
it's probably like a thing you're.
Yeah.
It's really
You're
easy
used
to
to saying
say.
it all the time.
You get casual with the love
Yeah.
yous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have 2 brothers,
Mm.
and my older brother has accidentally called me babe before.
Oh my God.
Because he's like used to being in the car with his wife or whatever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's weird.
you know,
Huh.
My
Yeah.
mom used to call me by our dog's name.
yeah.
She used to be like, Miss Charlotte, Allie.
My dad does that. He'll call out every name he's ever known that's related to the family, and
Yeah.
then finally land on.
That's my dad does that
Your
too.
dad does that?
Yeah. He goes down the whole wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like it's something where they have to. They must.
Yeah.
You reach a certain age as a father and you're like,
Yeah.
I have to say every name.
You're all like one to him anyway.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
family, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Just dependence.
yeah, it comes together much like dyslexia. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it all blends together.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I don't know. I feel like the guy probably was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would be great if we could bring him on.
Dude.
He's behind the curtain.
And he's right here.
Jerry
Oh
Springer.
my God. He beats the shit
This
out
guy
of me.
said, "I
Yeah.
love you," and he just
Yeah.
beats you up.
Jerry Springer.
That's what he wanted.
He's
to do.
like, I'm married.
Yeah. I'm married and I've thought about this now for 4 months. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why, but for some reason I have not been able to like let go of it. No, it doesn't plague me every day, but definitely
But you're, like,
whenever I
worried.
get in an Uber or a
Yeah.
Lyft.
You're like,
it-
don't say I love you.
Yeah.
Don't say I
and
love
it's
you.
one of those things where you're like, now
Mm.
I'm like, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I've given it to both of you.
No, I've already had it.
You've had it.
Now we're giving it to you.
Well, I've never said I love you to anybody.
I've never
ever.
done it, but I'm so close. This almost
Yeah.
happened. Like I started seeing this guy a while back, and like the first 1 or 2 times we hung out, we were doing the goodbye thing, and then it came to my mind, but I don't love him. You know, it was
Yeah.
just it felt like a thing to say.
But did you say it?
No,
Okay.
no,
Oh, good.
Imagine.
No,
Thank God.
but I was worried that I was going to do that someday.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah, that would be embarrassing. And then you'd have to backpedal.
Yeah.
You'd have to be like, no. Or if they were like, I love you too.
Oh,
then you'd
that's
have
worse.
Then you'd have to either explain or just go along
I
with
didn't mean it. I just said
God.
it because of automaticity or whatever.
Yeah,
And
it was
then
an instinct.
It explains, like, I don't know if I told you this. One time, I was hanging out with this guy, a comic, ages ago, like when I first started, different scene and everything. And we got really drunk, and then we were like cuddling. Shouldn't have done this.
Okay.
All right. Nothing happened, but he said, I love you. And then he won't listen to this. And then
He should.
I had no idea what to do.
I can't wait
But
to
maybe
find out who this
why.
is.
Maybe it was just one of those.
I think it's like all those things are like
Wow.
so closely intertwined. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
Cuddling.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
what city was this?
I used to live in New Zealand.
You started coming to New Zealand.
Yeah, I started there.
Wow.
I was doing like grad school and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a real small scene, so if
I
any
was-
of them hear it, they'll know who it is probably.
I was gonna say. I feel like I know two men
Yeah.
from New Zealand comedy, but I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
who do you know?
I know
It won't
Guy
be.
Montgomery,
Oh, he's great. He's real funny.
and I know
He
this.
said I love you. It was weird. No, it wasn't him.
I know this. I mean, I know this guy. Fuck, I forget his name, but he does a bit about being an orc in Lord of the Rings. You know what I'm talking about?
No. I need more.
It's insane that he's from New Zealand and has
David.
Lord of the Rings material.
Yeah.
It's like, we get it.
Well, I to be fair, I did bring it up first thing.
Yeah.
And I had to talk about holding back. I love you. I had to hold back just now when you said New Zealand. Be like, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because
You like What We Do in the Shadows?
I'd never seen it.
Oh, I love that show.
Is it good?
It's good, yeah.
All right, I'll watch it. But yeah, did you go to the Shire?
No, I didn't really get into the rings stuff.
Did you go?
I watched
No,
every
I've never
Lord
been
of the
there.
Rings before I went there because I was
Oh.
like, I guess I gotta know all these movies.
Yeah.
I watched them all like it was an assignment, and I didn't have my heart in it, and I remember nothing about them.
Dude, they're very good films.
Yeah,
They're very
That's so
good.
funny. I'm just imagining you joylessly watching 9
I gotta
hours.
do
of
this
Lord of the
now.
Rings. Big cup of coffee. It's like, here we go.
like writing notes.
Yeah. They're tiny and they have hairy feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
Then you show up to
eye.
New Zealand, you're like, yeah, I love the Hobbarts.
I got it all wrong.
Yeah. How about that big tall eye thing, huh? The guy stamping your passport. He's like, what? Wow. So how long were you in New Zealand?
8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, a long
shit.
time. Mm-hmm.
And then you came here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this was a New Zealander who was the accidental.
Yeah. We don't have to dwell on it. He could listen to this.
Hold
He
on,
might
wait.
figure
Did
out
you
who it is.
say anything about
Oh,
it?
I'm
No, I
sorry.
need more
Did
information.
I? Oh no.
You didn't say anything about
I
it?
didn't respond. I laid there silently.
I
and
would-
just open my eyes more, I guess.
I would
like, for a
never.
while.
Wait, were you looking at each other in the
No.
eyes?
I think
Oh,
we were like cuddling, like he was
like
behind me.
spooning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I didn't say anything, and he never said anything about it.
I would have never let that go.
Yeah.
I would be such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, you love me? What are you, gay? What are you, gay or something?
Yeah.
Guess you should buy my coffee because you love me or whatever."
Had you how many times had you hung out with him before that?
I think that was the first time. Yeah, that's what was especially weird. I was like, this guy doesn't know me at all.
I don't know why I'm being so judgmental. I say love you to Uber drivers. What's going on? I'm like, how about this guy, huh? You really can't keep it together.
You're in the front seat spooning them while they're driving.
Yeah. I'm doing the Titanic thing.
Yeah.
In the front of the car. Now it's the boat thing.
Imagine like being like, "Hey, Uber for Luke, sick," and then you just climb in his lap in the front seat.
Yeah, just
You
curl up.
start like touching his hair.
Yeah.
Just like touching him gently.
Oh God.
Asking how his phone call with his dad went earlier.
Yeah. He's on the phone the entire time, just like every Uber.
Yeah. Can I talk to them also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is it?
Do I know her?
You said you had a bunch to choose from. If you want to do another one, you can, but we also don't have to.
Yeah, let me think. That was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of a thing where I'm just like, I'm sort of I don't know if it's stupid, but again, you said it's loose, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you think is
One
basically
time
funny.
I threw my back out and this is the winter of 2018. I threw my back out and I got a prescription for muscle relaxers.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Did
And
you piss your pants?
No
Oh.
worse, I would say.
Shit.
I took some.
Uh-huh.
I took I
Too
took
much?
the prescribed amount.
Yeah.
And then in a haze, I bought a ticket to the opening night of The Mule starring Clint Eastwood.
Oh.
Remember The Mule?
I didn't see this.
I didn't watch that movie, but I remember it coming
I think
out.
it's on Netflix now.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Is this the one? It's like an old grumpy racist guy.
You mean
Yeah, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, yes, literally yes, and he's also a mule for a Mexican drug cartel.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "I'll carry your drugs across
Yeah.
the." And then I went by myself, like really strung out,
Mhm.
like did not look good,
Mm.
really bad news, and I was just a series of bad decisions. And it was opening night on the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
I didn't live up there. I lived in Bushwick, and I was like went to the Upper West Side, and I sat with like a bunch of like older, well-to-do Upper West Side people, like in the middle, just like freaking out and just being totally zoned watching Clint Eastwood like have he has 2 threesomes in that movie.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Was
Yeah.
did your breathing change because of the
Because
but
of
then
the
they
drugs?
thought it was, yeah.
They're like, this guy's really
Like if you knew you were out of it and you're stressed and then these scenes are coming on and you're like breathing a lot, you know?
Definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, I think people were alarmed by me the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not a proud moment, I would say. That was like the sometimes you just have, I feel like New York way more than LA. I feel like New York just gives you a random night like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Why
big time.
am I here?
And you're kind of stuck
Yeah.
somewhere.
What is going on?
Ugh.
I'm at opening night of The Mule.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't want to see this
So
movie.
far away.
So far away.
You could have just gotten a closer movie ticket.
I totally. I'm sure it was playing at Williamsburg.
The Nighthawk?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
the Nighthawk. Yeah, have a big macaroni and cheese watching The Mule on muscle relaxers.
Yeah.
That's really the only. I'm not shading the Nighthawk, but what is
Yeah.
it really? It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm.
Yeah.
it's a little more expensive, and somebody walks in front of you during the
The
movie.
entire time,
the
yeah.
whole
And I'm
time.
like-
they walk so confidently though.
I
Have you
know.
noticed
And
that?
they
I
crouch like
wouldn't
that
be like
helps.
Yeah.
Doesn't help at all.
And I'm like, I'm so far
You know,
below you.
the biggest thing they need to work on is watching out for the feet. They know the feet are there.
right.
Yeah.
They don't. They can crouch and they can walk confidently, but they
That's so true.
they don't look for the feet.
They should do a feet minding class.
Yeah.
For the
But I
boys.
feel like if I was a server there, I would kick everybody's feet as I was walking through because I'd be like, you guys know I have to do this.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't know. It's a weird thing, and like I feel like no movie is improved by like the
Yeah.
like the plates and all that
No.
shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
But they're serving. I feel like Nighthawk and places like that is what like now at Regal they have alcohol.
Mm.
Yeah. Pretty
Oh.
fucking sick,
Yeah.
dude.
I feel like we have Nighthawk to
Yeah.
thank
Why
for
was
that.
there no alcohol at movies before? That's so weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. There should be booze at
They're
every
like,
movie
pay
theater.
attention.
Yeah.
Like you're in a class.
'Cause, yeah, we've had movies for like 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think that we would.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How come nobody's complained about this? I guess somebody did. That's why we're doing this thing.
Well, because everybody's there's somebody lobbying to get booze in movie theaters.
Yeah.
That's why there's a Alamo. What's it called?
Draft
Alamo
House.
Draft House.
Mm.
Yeah.
Isn't that similar?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like the Nighthawk, but it's like way nicer.
Mm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That was the last movie I saw. I saw Dune in theaters.
Oh, did
Sick.
you
And
like
I
it?
was
never
I
saw that.
fucking love Dune.
Mm.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Mm.
It's fucking good as hell.
See the
dude.
trailer
I have
for
a lot of
Dune
movie
too?
trauma from
yeah, I
Lord of
did.
the Rings.
Yeah.
But,
You watched
know,
Lord of the Rings in one day.
Oh, what? You don't like
I did
world
my
building?
school. I'm done with school.
So about this grad school I'm off to. Well, I did 9 hours of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you're like, I should be able to like not take some gen eds, right?
I feel like the early to mid 2010s was a lot of me on a substance going into a movie and not taking in any of it.
Mhm.
Somewhere in New York City.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know,
Mm.
Hunger Games, drunk off my ass, don't remember.
Wait, why is that
anything.
your go-to place when you're fucked
Yeah.
up?
I don't know. You know what it is probably drinking. I mean, again, this is really, I'm not painting a good picture. This is not This is not something that happened recently. I don't know why I'm qualifying it. But
You don't have to paint a good picture after the head
that's true.
beheading thing.
Yeah, I know.
I think we got it all done in the beginning.
You're
You can
like,
say
I'm a
whatever
good
you
guy.
want now.
I think it's hilarious when a lady gets her head chopped
That's how
off,
we
but
start
I don't
the pod.
drink.
Something awful, so we can do whatever we
It's
want.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know what. Yeah, I take it back. Yeah, I feel like if drinking earlier in the day, and then you're like, what do I do?
Oh, right.
In the,
Gotcha.
in the
You don't want to
night?
interact with people either, but you want to like be out.
Exactly.
And you're
Yeah.
tired, so you
Keep
get to
the
sit
night
down.
going.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
fall asleep, and so I feel like Hunger Games. What's another one? The Hobbit.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Those were
Rings.
terrible movies.
There we go.
Those were bad, bad
And it probably
movies.
feels comfortable too, because you're like, yeah, I always watch movies when I'm comfy. But then you're with all these strangers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're high or whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you tell everybody in the theater that you love them. Embarrassing.
I love you all. I'm on muscle relaxers.
Yeah. You go to each person, you're like, love you, sorry. Love you, sorry.
sorry, it's at the top of my head. I don't know. Can you see it? You're like, you're so high that you think they can see your I love yous just floating on top. How many are there? I gotta get rid of these.
I just got to get it out of my system. Love you, sorry.
One by one down each row. 16F. Oh my God. So many more to go. Jesus.
Should we get to a little posty?
Let's do a little posty.
All right, this is the part where we read a post from somebody on the internet.
From an
and
internet user.
An internet
Great.
user is what we call them.
Great.
That's what Brittany calls them, and now we just have to call them that because
Yeah.
Brittany's a robot.
We gotta call them that for there to be any thread through the pod.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I
Because
know.
you have different platforms you're
Yeah.
reading from. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Internet user. Yeah. You sound like you're in the FBI.
I know,
you.
yeah.
We have an internet user.
Internet user.
The only time people say internet user is when they're
Browsing
talking about
data.
child porn.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like, I think they
true.
used that phrase in the Jared documentary.
They absolutely did.
Yeah.
Internet user and big pants haver, Jared from Subway.
I forget who, but I saw some comedian on Instagram like posting like in their Instagram story like a bunch of shots of like the Jared documentary and they're like on their couch and seemingly having like a watch party and I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
what is going on?
Huh.
Like I'm not against watching it,
Yeah,
but I'm like,
watch party's weird.
why are you making like an event about it
Yeah,
and having
I
it
know.
on your Instagram?
Like
stuff?
maybe they were like really waiting for this guy to be taken
Yeah,
down.
Yeah, that's true. Let's
Yeah.
give them the benefit of the doubt rather
Yeah.
than anything else.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, you said this was for the documentary or for when he got
When you went down,
when he went out? That was
They're
a long.
watching
That was way.
They're watching C-SPAN.
yeah.
I feel like I was at Pine Box the night he went down. I remember it was at the
Oh.
Pine Box
Mhm.
Wednesday mic.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that when he went down. And it was like when they killed Bin Laden.
You always remember where you were.
Yeah, I was waving a big American flag.
Yeah.
These colors don't run.
You guys started running down the street.
yeah,
Everyone's chanting.
yeah. A guy in a military uniform came up to me and said, "Sir, we've got him." Jesus Christ.
And you're just reading a book.
Yeah. We when I was in high school, there were these guys. They started a band. Everyone in high school started a band, and I forget what it's called, but they had a song about Jared, and the whole song. This is before he was found out too.
Sure, yeah.
The whole song was trying to get people to donate money because none of Jared's pants fit anymore.
That's
So they were like
really funny.
gonna buy him small pants.
That's funny.
It was funny.
Who are these guys?
Oh my god.
Shelby. Don't know your last name anymore.
Dude.
But I had a crush on you. Hey.
Oh wow. He might be listening.
Yeah.
You're like, love you, sorry.
Oh wait, no, it's
Um,
his brother. But then later on, Shelby became more interesting to me.
Shelby, tell your
Anyway.
brother.
Shelby
Man, I'm
Shelby
sharing
grew
a lot
on
of love
you.
secrets today.
Dude, also, wait, one more thing. When they killed Bin Laden,
Mhm.
the Twitter account for RuPaul's Drag Race tweeted, Bin Laden, sashay away. Obama, Shantae, you stay. Which in a now deleted tweet,
Oh yeah.
but it was
That's so good.
so funny.
Yeah,
it was
that's
so funny.
Insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane for RuPaul's Drag Race
Yeah.
to be commenting on the state of American
Man,
politics.
yeah, insane.
They're like, I'm so glad Bin Laden is dead. Also, Obama, Shantae, you stay, makes you believe that they were like on the fence about him before.
Right.
That's
But like,
true, yeah.
since he killed Bin Laden, they're like, okay, yeah, we'll get you behind
Yeah,
you.
You can
yeah.
Yeah. Wow. 2011, different time.
Different time. Different
You guys
time.
ready for this post?
Oh yeah, let's
Hit
get
me.
into the posty for
All
the
right.
internet user.
Yeah, so this is the internet user. You can chime in whenever. We're gonna just make fun of somebody. Or tell story. We can do whatever we want. Here I go.
It's my Facebook.
Yeah, I'm just reading your like post from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Bad. This is a podcast about canceling people.
Yeah.
That we actually really like, but everybody should be responsible for their actions.
It's just quick take in my own hands. Oh my God.
All right, so I, 19 female, and my cousin, 22 male, were hanging out last Friday. We were just chatting away while we're eating some nachos. I bring up how you can fit a light bulb into your mouth. She just brings it out. But you can't take it out. All right? You can fit a light bulb in your mouth, but you can't take it out. Have you heard this?
Why?
Well, we're not going to find out here.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I hadn't heard of this either.
Yeah.
I've heard of it before, but I thought it was like an old wives' tale.
Ah.
Yeah.
He just says, huh? And we continue talking. Well, I guess he didn't believe me because he tried it Tuesday night. I don't know what she's telling us nights. 4 days later, he's trying it. From what I could gather from his story, he started yelling and his mother, my aunt, came upstairs to check on him. When she saw he's yelling and it's like his mouth full.
I mean, imagine being his mom coming up and like, what have you done?
I know. Being like, is this a sex thing?
I know, it doesn't make sense. Like, why not your ass?
Yeah.
In this case.
True.
Why your mouth?
If it was in your ass, I would understand.
Yeah.
Your mouth, I don't get it.
What was it? Jar sitter?
Jar squatter.
Serious jar squatter
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah. When she saw that there wasn't any way to get it out, she took him to the ER. I'm not sure how, but they removed it without hurting him. He called me yesterday and he was pissed.
Oh my God.
He said if I didn't say anything, then he wouldn't have tried it. I thought that was total BS and started arguing back that he made a stupid decision and that wasn't on me. Well, my aunt was in the same room and he gave her the phone to talk to me. She explained that it might have been his decision, but I still opened the door for it to happen. She compared it to someone leaving a drug on the counter and how it's both the person who laid the drug down and the person who used it.
No.
No, not at all.
Well, she didn't even challenge him. She just said it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said it's possible.
Wait, how old is the cousin?
21.
They're only 3 years different.
But he's 21 and he's
22 and 19.
Still.
He's 22.
The older one did it. Yeah. But this drug analogy is like, you know when they make discoveries in science, like the atomic bomb?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the same thing. Like, we know about it. We know this is a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And it can be used badly.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's like saying, I don't know. That's always a thing with any information.
100%.
Yeah, he used it for evil.
Yeah.
He used it for evil.
Yeah.
Right. He should have. How do you use it for good?
I don't know. Maybe put it in the mouth of Jared, the subway guy.
Yeah.
Jared, get over here. You're a sick puppy.
Try talking to those kids now.
Yeah.
He's just like,
yeah. He loses more weight eating light bulbs.
Yeah.
Big pants.
The
Terrible
analogy
guy.
made sense, and I feel really guilty now. Aw. However, I'm still torn on whether I'm the asshole or not. I feel like I'm just being stubborn, and I'm not really. Stubborn, and I'm not really sure what to think. Any judgment would be gratefully appreciated.
I don't think she's in the wrong.
No, either. Not at all.
Also, she said it was bad. It would, like, in the drug analogy, it would be like if you put like rat poison on the counter and you were like, this is rat poison.
Exactly.
It's gonna be bad for you. And then somebody's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Also,
Literally.
like, he could have Googled it. If you really wanted to find out if this was him experimenting, he could have like Googled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Google it first. This was recent.
Maybe it makes sense if it's a whole light bulb.
What?
do you mean?
Like if you put the whole thing, because I'm thinking he's got the thing sticking out, the little.
Oh, that's how I
socket
thought of
part.
it too. Yeah, it's just the.
Here's an
big part.
interesting related thought experiment. Would you guys rather, if you have to put a rat in your mouth, would you rather have
You're gonna love this question.
the face or the ass?
I guess
Face
ass.
first or tail first?
Wait, do I have to eat it?
No, just
How
put it in
long
your
do I have
mouth.
to leave it
Oh,
in?
I'll ass.
I don't know. It's up to you.
It's not gonna die.
No, you just have to put a big
Like for
New
a
York
moment.
City rat in your mouth.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
do put the rat's face in your mouth
Mm.
or put its butt in your mouth?
Mm.
But because I don't want it to bite me.
Yeah, I don't want it to bite me. Also, it probably has way more garbage on its face and paws, front
Yeah.
paws, right?
then you gotta put your mouth on its. Yeah.
Yeah, but that I
know,
know
but-
exactly what that is.
There's.
That is so true.
I don't
That's
know
true.
what any of the other stuff is.
I don't
The
want
other
it
stuff
to
is
panic
probably
in
worse.
there and then like bite me or whatever.
I don't like
There's-
the tail going down my throat though.
It doesn't have to go
Tail
all
down
the
your
way
throat.
down
It
your
will.
throat. You
It
don't have
might.
to. You don't have to deep
He'll
throat this
stick it
rat's
down there.
tail.
It might.
He will stick it.
He
down
will stick
there.
it down there. Yeah.
Because this is happening before and he knows what to do.
That's right. He's like, here we go. Back
He's like,
in the
finally.
He shows the ass again, idiot.
mouth. Yeah. This reminded me of that, like the light bulb in the mouth, rat. butt
What's
in
your
the mouth.
choice?
Yeah.
You got real squeamish about the ass, so I'm assuming you do the.
There's nothing worse on the ass of the rat that's
Yeah,
better
the
on the
front's-
face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I choose death. I choose death. No, I probably am gonna do.
You're stressed like you really have to do
Yeah, I
it.
know.
I
We're
know.
not making you do
I
this.
know. I
Bring
brought
out
it
the
up.
rats.
Yeah. I think I'll do face. Why not?
Yeah.
Change it
You,
up.
you wanted to bite you?
No, I'll do ass. I'll do ass. Give me the.
Yeah,
give
I
me
didn't
the
think about
ass.
it biting me at all initially.
I just don't want it to fucking bite me because then
face with
here's the thing.
muzzle.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, face with muzzle, like then
That's
it doesn't
fine.
matter.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it's
You're
like
bringing a muzzle to the party. Why not? I didn't
What
know we
about
had
muzzle underwear? Now what do you choose?
Yeah, little diaper.
Yeah.
That's kind of cute.
they put rat pampers on it.
Yeah. Then its eyes are right next to your tongue. That's weird.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. Okay, if I fucking put a rat's ass in my mouth, I would just like mouthwash after. But it's like if I put its face in my mouth and it bites me, then I have all that shit in my bloodstream.
Right, you gotta
Uh-huh.
go to the hospital. I think
Yeah.
probably either way, I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go.
I don't know how. What
You show up to
say.
the hospital, you're like, I put a rat's ass in my mouth.
It was either the rat ass or the face.
We're
should I
like,
have
which one
done?
would you choose? And they're
What should I
like,
do next time?
you know what? They're right. You're right.
And then all the nurses and doctors would gather around and be like, "What would I choose?"
Yeah, I know.
Because it's
Yeah.
But yeah, the light bulb one is like I definitely would rather put the narrow side in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think
You
I
have
think
to do the whole thing.
I think it's the
It's just
fat
the-
part goes right into your mouth. I think
Mhm.
part of it is that like, okay, I think it's like, okay, on the shorts or on the like socket side, there's a more gradual like lift into the
Oh.
bigger part.
Right.
So it's easy to put it in that way,
Mhm.
but like taking it out
Is
is
this
hard.
similar to the hand in a jar problem?
Yeah.
Probably.
I assume.
You can take it out, but it's just harder to find the right like.
Yeah,
Angle.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mm,
Ugh. But the light bulbs are different sizes.
yeah.
Mouths are different
I
sizes.
actually I was reading this on the train and then I was like interested in whether it had been figured out.
Yeah.
It sounds like there are a lot of mixed opinions.
Oh wow.
But then there's this one guy, just some guy on YouTube, very old. He was like 70.
Hmm.
He was like, "Can I get a bulb out of my mouth?" And then he sits down at a table. He walks up to it. So that's in the video. It didn't need to be in there. He walks up to
Well,
the
no,
table.
he's setting the scene. It's cinematography, Brittany.
The
Have some respect.
anticipation,
This is
yeah.
why you didn't like Lord of the Rings.
He's an artist.
He walks up there, sits down. He looks all like, "This is stupid." And he picks up a small bulb, puts it in his mouth, takes it out, and just goes,
Like a
Dude.
Christmas light?
Dude,
no, it was like a bulb, but it looked small to me.
dude, that's like a dad joke.
It was very dead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
He thought that was the biggest thing on the internet. He
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"I'm gonna make this viral video."
Yeah.
You
He's
taking a
like,
light bulb
My
out of
social
my mouth.
security is running out. I gotta figure this out.
Camera's
Yeah.
30 feet away.
Yeah.
So you can see me walking over.
Yeah. And then another person was like, "Well, I would have started with a pool ball first." Like that's way smarter.
Oh god.
Just
I feel
because
like
it
that
won't
would-
break, but like
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
That would-
But then it would be
oh.
hard to get out.
Yeah, you don't
Imagine
have a little.
choking on that, you are dead.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
feel like.
yeah. But
Probably.
that won't go down. And
You don't think so?
no,
No, but I think you,
it'll stop your breathing. You can't have a cold when you try this. That's the thing I was
Yeah.
thinking on the internet.
you can't have a cold.
Man, if you
Because
put
then
it
you
in,
can breathe through your nose.
you realize you have a
Oh,
cold and you can't
shit.
breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
terrifying.
sometimes you don't realize it until you have a pool ball in your mouth.
Yeah.
Believe me, I've been
I'm
there.
taking this more seriously.
That sounds
than
like
the lady
a
that died.
southern saying. Like, you don't realize you have a
Yeah.
cold, do you? You got a cue ball in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever done something like this?
I'm kind of a scaredy cat when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well,
I
we
would
could tell by
say.
the way you were reacting to the rat
Yeah,
question.
I'm very,
You were absolutely disgusted by the
Yeah.
rat
I didn't even
question
ask
that
it.
you brought up, by
I'm
the way.
squeamish. I did Mike Abruzzi and Diego Lopez's pod, and at the end of their pod, they test a new energy drink.
Oh.
Mhm.
And when I did it, they brought out a Starburst flavored like NOS energy drink,
Yeah.
and I looked at it and threw up.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, not tasting it, not smelling it. I looked at it and I went, oh!
The idea of it.
Yeah.
And it's also Starburst.
Is that because you
flavor.
have a bad history with these types of drinks?
Do you puke a lot?
I think I'm just I've become squeamish in my adult life. I don't know, like looking at something and then thinking about something, it just makes me.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, have I done?
I'm an adult. I have a lot of associations now, and now I look at something and I squeam.
I squeam. I squeam.
Oh, we gotta bring squeam. I don't know if it's
Squeam,
here.
yeah.
This is making me squeamy.
Squeam.
I squeamed a little bit. You sound like a toddler saying scream. I squeamed. Yeah, I don't know. Have you guys done like a dare food thing like that?
I used to, well, this isn't even a dare. This is embarrassing. But when I was a kid, I would like eat bugs at camp to like
Nice.
freak out the other kids.
For the boys.
No. Just to like
Do you
freak
like
everybody
me?
out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, it
Did
wasn't-
it freak them out?
Yeah, people would be like, ew, gross. And I'd be like, yeah, that's right.
Oh fuck!
And then would you stay or do you run off after you say something like that?
No, well, I mean, they wouldn't like hang out with me after I did
Yeah.
that.
That's demon child, man.
Yeah, no, I was a problem, dude.
What kind
yeah.
of bugs?
Like just grasshoppers and shit.
Oh,
I mean,
alive?
that's
Were they alive?
Yeah, they were alive. And moths. I ate a moth
Oh,
once.
moth.
Yeah.
hate
You've
moths.
now named two of the worst bugs I can imagine.
Okay,
eating.
what are better bugs to eat,
I
Luke?
don't know. An
The
ant.
moth is all
No,
like,
an ant can bite you. You guys have no,
No, ants
idea
are better.
how to eat stuff.
But you just put it on your jaw immediately. It can't bite you.
Yeah, I know, but I'd
Maybe
be
a
afraid that
bee?
it would like crawl all over inside my mouth.
Yeah,
and then,
go in between. Yeah.
yeah, or it would like crawl around and I wouldn't be able to chew it. And it would bite me
Or-
before I could.
Or I'd bite it, but the head was still active and it could still bite.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, they're the little tiny ants. They have that smell, you know.
Yeah, I know what
When
you're talking
you
about.
hit
Yeah.
them and kill them.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
that smell.
Man, I haven't smelt a bug in a long time. Like
Yeah,
that.
me neither. That's
That was
real
common in childhood, too.
Northwest
Yeah.
vibes. Those ants.
Yeah.
I haven't smelled a bug in a long time.
Yeah,
Would you guys eat a roly poly? I saw one the other day. It's been a
Ooh.
while.
they also have kind of a smell. That
They do,
is a
that's
little-
right.
It's just a taste thing. Get it away from me.
About to vomit.
Yeah.
This is one of the most gross pods we've ever. This is
Yeah.
a body horror episode
Garbage
again.
Pail Kids.
We're just like heads chopped off, fucking jar in the ass.
Rat
this is-
biting your tongue.
Yeah,
This is not what I wanted to bring. I'm sorry.
yeah, dude, you're bringing all this energy here. Okay,
Truly body horror.
we've
vibes.
never talked about this before ever.
Yeah. I don't
We
know
had
what
a whole
happened.
pod that was about vomit, I think, one time.
Yeah, there was that one puke
Oh, that
pod.
was a good
It was a
pod.
good
Puke pod.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I
Wait,
throw up in that.
tell him the
bush.
story real quick. Tell him the puke story.
Oh, yeah,
It's
okay.
It's actually
Oh, we're
really
gonna
wholesome.
repeat a story? Okay.
Yeah, but just tell real quick.
One time, one of my brothers puked, and me and my little brother like found out that he puked. So then we ran over to look at it because that's what you are. You okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's get Luke to
I-
puke on this pod.
I
yeah,
faint.
viral.
I mean, that would be sick if I
Yeah,
puked
yeah.
and fainted.
Dude, that would be so.
We'd
you
all
please
of our
puke?
lives would change forever.
I know.
so
My Maxima car. Come on. Yeah.
so he puked, right? And then we found out. We went and looked because that's what you do when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
I have an older brother.
Did you go see his puke?
I'm
Poop?
sure I did things like that.
Okay.
Definitely there was a lot of poop involved things.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
We were always looking at each other's
Yeah.
Oh, all the time.
So we
dude.
ran over to the vomit, and then I saw it, and I vomited on top of it.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if I can do the rest.
Go ahead. Come on. Give it to me straight. We're
And then
already
my
here.
brother came over, and
No. No.
he saw it, and he vomited on top of the vomit.
Oh my God.
Dude, but isn't it like sweet? Isn't it sweet though?
Yeah, I mean,
Isn't it
that's
like a sweet family thing? Like, isn't that nice? I don't know. I think that's so
I
nice.
do think it's nice, but
really wholesome.
Yeah, it is wholesome. It's like a family that pukes together stays together.
Yeah, it's also the grossest thing I've ever heard. in my
I know.
entire life. I mean, that is so.
that is one of the main times I will almost puke is just
Thinking about that?
seeing or smelling other puke.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, really?
Like your dogs.
Oh my god,
Even though
yeah.
dog puke's like not that bad.
I'm imagining like the stick figure family on the back of a minivan, but all the kids have
Puking.
all the kids.
They're all puking in a pile.
Yeah.
And then you add a baby that's puking on top of the pile.
Yeah, spitting up into the pile. Now, did your parents see it?
I don't think so. I only remember us being involved.
And then all the three of you are like, Mom, Dad, we all puked.
Yeah, how do you explain that
I
one?
guess we all puked.
I feel like we were home alone and my older brother was babysitting.
yeah.
They cleaned it up.
I don't remember my parents being around at all. For
You
that.
just dump sawdust on it.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Man, that was always the worst move.
Yeah.
In elementary school.
What do you mean the
Yeah.
worst move?
The sawdust makes it worse, kind of. It's like when someone.
How does it make it worse? It absorbs the liquid.
It smells bad because the sawdust stinks too.
No,
it's like,
sawdust smells good.
I think the
not
sawdust.
with vomit.
I feel like the sawdust is for like getting the chunks out, getting the liquid out.
yeah,
it's
it like
gotta be.
absorbs the liquid.
It's like kitty litter.
yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
But I thought sawdust smells good.
But
But then it just smells like puke and wood.
It's
Yeah.
the combo.
Yeah.
You can smell it separately too easily.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
when someone has BO and they put on perfume. It
Yeah.
like it's almost
Oh.
worse because it's highlighted.
I
or
know that
something.
smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did a show at a members only dog park.
Oh.
Very hoity-toity
I'm
in LA.
sorry.
I know.
Wait.
The dog.
You did. I do have a dog.
Yeah.
But we don't go to members only parks.
Yeah, this was like rich.
Like Soho House or
and they
whatever.
have
It's
stand-up
literally-
comedians coming.
Yeah, like they treated us more like animals than their dogs, for sure. No, but it was fun and it was like outside. Obviously it wasn't inside. No, I guess there's got to be an indoor dog park here or there.
Really?
Who knows?
I don't know.
But
They're like climbing walls.
Yeah, it's a
They got
rock.
'em
It's a
strapped
rock.
up.
It's a rock climbing
yeah,
gym.
they have a big foam pit.
Yeah.
No, the dogs were running around pissing and shitting, and they had these employees with like big Ghostbusters backpacks.
Yeah.
Going around and spraying this chemical instead of picking up the shit or getting rid of the piss. They just because it was on turf, and they would just spray with like this purple chemical on the piss and shit. And like, you guys know already, I'm so squeamish. So I'm like about to go on stage, and I'm looking at this like 17-year-old kid just like just
Oh my
dusting
god,
shit.
that's like what they
Yeah.
do at Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Planet Fitness just smells like purple chemical.
Oh yeah, totally.
Sorry, you're having such a bad
No,
time.
no,
So you had to perform and all the dogs were running around, or were you in a separate spot?
No, you had to perform, and it was outside on this turf, and there was like a big stage, and everybody was in like a like a foldable beach chair thing,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of. And it was in front of all the dogs and stuff, and dogs would like run up to you. It was
Yeah.
nice, but also like just the piss and shit
Yeah.
Was the
gross.
problem, yeah.
Yeah, which often it is. The piss and shit is often the problem, and
Yeah.
the vomit 3 times. I've never heard anything like that before.
I know, isn't it
I
beautiful?
feel like you could tell it on This American Life or something.
Yeah.
The shortest
Wait.
episode ever.
I need to remind my brothers of that. I might have texted
Yeah.
them after we did it on the pod. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should.
That's
you
probably
should
more
remind
important to
them
me
of
than
that.
it was to them, though.
Yeah, and they're like, and you're like, love you guys.
As the girl in the family, I'm like, thanks for letting me vomit with you guys.
I really felt like one of you guys, one of the
Yeah.
boys that day, in the vomit pile. Oh God,
You
all
don't have to
slipping.
tell your friends you were hanging out with me or anything.
Yeah.
But I puked in that pile.
Yeah.
Puke.
Oh my god.
It's like when people do the blood brother thing.
Oh,
But we did it with vomit.
Wait,
made
what's
an
the
oath.
blood brother thing?
You don't know about this, but you know about Pain Olympics?
You cut. Yeah,
okay,
true.
the internet is everywhere. You guys
Okay.
are from the northwest.
You cut yourself
True.
like here, and then you share blood with
Yeah,
another person.
Like we all put our hands in. Like I take
Yeah.
a big hunting knife and I go. Tss,
Yeah.
I'm in if you're in, and then we all go.
Oh,
in.
okay.
And
Okay.
they're all
I've
related.
heard of that. I just have never called
Oh,
it
it's called
that.
Blood Brothers.
We
yeah.
make an oath,
Oh, gotcha.
and
That sounds like a DOH violation.
definitely. I don't think,
But not if you do it in the woods.
true.
That's true. Yeah, there's no Department of Health
yeah,
in the woods.
They don't have jurisdiction.
They
out
come
there.
by and they're like, B.
yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can also gamble in the woods.
It's true. Do whatever you want. It's the woods. The woods.
You can gamble in the woods. It's like when we were talking to Carl and have you like Lizzie was like, ask him where he met his girlfriend, and he's like, in the woods.
Carl Sonnefeld?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he does everything in the woods. I mean, Carl.
He's
Carl,
from Vermont, I think. Right?
He's from Indiana, but he started comedy in
okay.
Vermont.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
But
we
yeah.
talked about.
I stayed at his apartment in Vermont.
Uh-huh.
He very generously, like when I was featuring at Vermont Comedy Club like 6 years ago, he put me up in his in his attic, and he had. I don't care. I'll say it because I don't think it reflects on Carl. He wasn't there. He was out of town with his girlfriend, and he put me up in this attic like 3 other guys lived in.
Yeah.
And they were all. It was like an unfinished attic, and I was just in like a little corner of it, like Harry Potter, on like a little cot, and they were all separated by those like what are those things called? Like tapestries. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, they made like walls out of sheets.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And this couple was just going to town
Wow.
while I was like trying to sleep. And it was separated. It was like as far away as the camera and just separated by a very, very thin sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just heard like.
And the beads that you get to walk through.
Yeah.
I loved those when I was a kid.
I love those still.
I would just spend hours walking in and out of my own room through the beads.
The bead doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Were they at least trying to be discreet?
No.
And they knew you were there.
I'm assuming it was rough.
They were probably getting off on the fact that you were there.
I think so, and maybe they were. Maybe they're exhibitionists exactly. So who knows? But anyway, I hate to associate Carl with that, but he did. He is the one who led me into that situation.
Also, why does he have 3 people staying in the attic of his apartment and letting everybody fuck in there?
Well, I think 2 of them were. Like lived up there.
Oh,
okay.
gotcha.
Yeah. So he was just like, you can go up with my roommates in the attic. It was like 6 people living in a house in Burlington. But yeah, Carl comes from the woods. Long way of saying it.
And he's like, that's the only place I could fall in love.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that makes sense for me.
Yeah.
It's the only place I can do anything serious.
Yeah.
Meaningful for my life.
He's in that big hunting gy suit thing where that's just he looks like a big
looks
bush.
like trees.
Yeah.
And then he's like, a woman.
Yeah, the green paint on the eyes.
Yeah. And he's like, would you like to go on a date?
She's like, ah!
She's like